Could you repeat yourself?
Yeah, I said, if that were something that I arrested somebody for, what you just played for me, and I brought that before a judge, the judge would probably throw it out of court and would ultimately, that I know, and would ultimately, I could potentially be sued for it.
Okay.
That, what you played for me is not what I would consider in and of itself to be an arrestable offense.
Okay, I got an incident with the same tenant. Ran into his apartment and grabbed a knife. He went into his apartment and grabbed a knife. We was having issues. Yeah. Your officer came, took the knife away from him. The knife it was all black handle with a cross on it. Took the knife from him, called me, said it wasn't illegal. I looked up the knife. It's an illegal knife. He gave the knife back to the guy. And I got another video with him with another knife that he's wearing that has a brown handle on it. And I'm like, you know, how many times I gotta call y'all about things for issues to be resolved? I don't know this.
Well, a
kid.
knife in and of itself is not illegal to possess.
It's the type of knife.
Well, what's the type of knife you're looking at?
Yeah, and when I looked at types of knives that are illegal, I know certain lengths are legal
No,
within.
that's not true.
No?
No, there's nothing in the penal law, at least that I'm aware of, that speaks of the length of a knife.
They say like in New York City,
might be
a
an
knife
ordinance.
can't be
There might
over
be-
4 inches.
That
in-
might be an ordinance in New York City.
Okay.
We don't live in New York City, we're in
New York
State
State,
law.
and I looked
So
up
are you
New York
looking up at
State.
section 265 of the New York State penal law?
The New York State law says that there is no length. It could be any length, but there's different types that are
Correct.
illegal.
Like a switchblade is illegal,
And
a dagger is illegal.
when I looked up the type of knife it was, it pulls up all these illegal types, and the kind of knife that he has looks like one of the types that are illegal.
Okay, but here's the issue.
Uh-huh.
You may say it looks like it, but what it looks like and what it is two different things.
Okay.
And trust the officer's judgments. They know how to apply the laws. If they're saying that the knife is not illegal to possess, then I'm certain they know what they're talking about.
Okay, so with that, that's one issue. Then I had another issue. The first time your officers came out, it was about noise, the same banging on the wall and stuff. Your officers were gonna issue out a noise complaint ticket.
Okay.
The guy in apartment 31 said that it's a guy above us, working out, dropping weights on the floor in his apartment. This guy lives directly underneath the tenant.
I got a way to handle this
saying,
for you in the future.
Well,
Not to
can I
interrupt
finish saying what
Well,
I'm
let me
saying?
just, in the future, what I would recommend you do is tell the officers that you want to make the arrest.
That's what I did. They said they were gonna file a ticket, and I went down to the town hall, and they said that nothing was ever filed with you guys. It's a little short officer, and then a lady officer that came out last night that supposedly
What's your
did
first
this.
name, sir?
My first name is Robert.
Robert.
But
Your last name?
Barnes, Barnes. But at any rate, this is the situation that happened. They came out, the guy in apartment 31, his last name is Laurie. He says that it's not him, it's the guy upstairs that's making this noise. After they sort of like resolved the issue between me and him, they asked me if I want to shake his hand. And I'm like, no, I don't want to shake his hand. We don't get along. There's no reason for me to shake his hand. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's not my neighbor. He just lives next door to me. So anyway, they go upstairs and they talk to the guy upstairs. My big issue is if this guy is making this noise, it's directly over him. It's not over me. So why would I be hearing it? He would be more upset than me, right? Well, anyway, they asked me did I want to go upstairs and talk to this guy, and I'm like, what for? That's not my job. You guys are here to talk to them and straighten out the situation. Or you can go upstairs and shake his hand. But I don't even know this dude. Why do I want to shake his hand?
Who's saying this to you?
It was a lady officer that came last night, and then a little short cop. I don't know his name.
Last night?
This didn't happen last night, but
I'm asking you, when did this happen that you're speaking of?
this was like not the first incident, but probably like maybe the second incident that occurred since I lived there. It probably happened back in around maybe February, March.
Okay, here's what I would recommend, Robert, just to get you to have a better resolution to this. If in the future you have a situation where you call the police,
Yeah.
and you're not happy with what the officers do, and you feel they should do something else, then I would suggest you call 911 back, say you want a supervisor to come to your location.
Okay.
Speak to their boss at the time.
Who's their boss? Officer Kazapula or
Well,
whatever?
no. Well, yes and no. He's their boss's boss.
Oh,
Okay? Lieutenant Kazupali.
Kazupali, sorry.
That's okay. He's a lieutenant and he's their boss's boss, just like I'm the police chief, okay?
Okay.
But what happens, Robert, is sometimes it's not fair to you, but what happens is you come in and let's say like right now, this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Yeah,
You're speaking of things that happened months ago.
yeah.
Very hard to go back months ago. So what I would ask is, the next time you have a problem, and it seems like you're not happy with a lot of the times the Brockport Police Department deals with something, whether it's the knife, noise on more than one occasion, it seems like you're not satisfied with it. If you're not satisfied with something we do, then I would ask you on that particular night, call 911 back, ask to speak to the boss. If they say no boss is working, then ask to have the boss, when is the boss working?
Okay. My big thing is like, they're asking me, they asked me, did I want to shake 31's hand? No, I don't.
Right.
Did I want to shake the guy upstairs' hand? Why would I want to shake them?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
even
I
know
can't
them.
answer
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But that's what they coming at me with.
Well, they're trying
And-
to, maybe. I don't understand it. I would not ask you if you want to shake the guy's hand. I'm not, okay?
Okay, so
But I don't know there's two sides to every story. They're trying to resolve what clearly is an ongoing problem.
yeah.
It sounds like, you have issues with the guy next door, and it sounds like that guy's a pain in the neck. That's what it sounds like. They're trying to have it so that you two guys can get along better, and live better, and understand each other.
But it's like when your officers come out, I'm not asking them to side with me or anything. I want to know, is it a race thing or?
Race has. Yeah, why would it be a race thing?
I told one of your is a officer. They came out about 4 times last night. The second time.
4 times last night.
Yeah.
How many times did you call us last night?
I called once. I called twice before the property manager left, and then I ended up calling, think like 2 more times during the night, and this was like late hours in the night, going towards the morning, like 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock, I think. So 3 o'clock or whatever. But yeah. Again, I explained to the officers, I'm like, look, this guy does certain things, and it's more or less like y'all saying it's all right that he does it. If you ever been to the Villager,
I've been there numerous times.
the porch that you walk on is only so big.
Right.
I complained to one of your officers. I had his name, but I don't remember it straight offhand. But he came out the first time yesterday. He was wearing shades or whatever. and he came out with Officer, what's the lieutenant's name?
Kazupoli?
Kazupoli.
This was during the day.
He came out with him about that knife incident. And I explained to him, this dude will fix his bike on the porch, and his bike handlebars would be almost like I'm coming out my door and I'm about to step on handlebars. Your
Yeah, I
officer...
see, you know what, I'm starting to see why the officers are saying maybe you might want to consider moving, because that in and of itself is not illegal. I don't know if the guy's doing this to break your chops. I don't know if the guy is just inconsiderate.
Your officer is telling me I should walk around him having his bike in front of my door.
No, you just changed your story. I'm glad you got this on tape. You said the handlebars were almost in front of your door.
Yeah, and they said that...
Well, now you're saying they were in front of your door.
I said that his bike handlebars, when I'm coming out, are almost directly in front of my door. Like I'm about to step on them as soon as I come out the door. Your officer is telling me I need to walk around this. The porch is only so big. Why do I have to keep talking to this guy about him putting his bike in front of where I gotta come out of my entrance?
Because what they're trying to do, Robert, is they're trying to resolve a situation that is not illegal in and of itself.
So if I put something in front of his door,
you just kept on saying it's almost in front of your door.
No, I'm saying if I put something almost in front of his door as he's about to come out, that would be all right.
If you're doing it to cause him an inconvenience, if you're doing it to bust his balls, no. If you're fixing your bike,
so that's how I feel.
I know, but if you're fixing your bike and the bike is almost in front of his door, I would say to you, you're not doing anything illegal, but you're just not being considerate.
Your officer said that it was all right that he fixed his bike because it was raining, and there was no rain the day that he was fixing his bike.
You, Robert. I'm going to go back to what I said before. In the future, if you don't like the way the Brockport Police Department handles it, ask for a supervisor, or you know what you might want to do? If you think, because it sounds like every time the officers are coming, they're not able to rectify your situation, and you've also said you might think it's racist, call for the Sheriff's Department or the Monroe County or the New York State Police. Call for another agency if you feel that our agency continues not to serve you properly. Because I certainly don't want you unhappy. I don't want a situation not to be resolved. And clearly, on everything you've said, it sounds like you're not happy with us. You've mentioned a number of different situations and a number of different officers. And I would say, why continue to upset yourself? Why continue to live in the conditions you're living in? Ask the next time for the Monroe County Sheriff's Department. I'm going to put an email out to the guys that I've recommended that for you. So that this way you can get another department's opinion and hopefully get better service than we're giving you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I guess it makes some kind of sense.
So let's try that. If in the future you call the Brockport Police and you don't like what we've done, you could either ask to speak to the supervisor that day, not 2 months later, or better yet, ask for another law enforcement agency to come down. Because some of the issues you're describing, in my opinion, is a lack of consideration on this other individual's part, but it's not illegal. That's the problem we run into. Okay. We can't arrest somebody for being a jerk. We can't arrest somebody for doing something that maybe creates an uncomfortable position for you, but it isn't illegal. And that's where I think the guys are trying to say, is there any way you two guys can get along better?
Listen, after the situation with the knife, the officers go...
Did he threaten you with this knife? Or is he carrying the knife?
Came out, he ran into his apartment and grabbed it. He didn't have it on him when he You know what I'm saying?
Did he feel as though there was a threat by you?
I have no idea.
Okay.
All I know is that he walks around and he's like, I don't even say nothing to him. The officers go, you guys don't even speak to each other. I'm sitting on the porch, and what he do? As soon as they leave, he starts talking to me, and I'm like, do you understand what the hell
I know,
these
and yet,
officers are
see, and
saying?
that in and of itself may not be illegal. I mean, if a guy wants to talk, you just ignore him.
That's what I do.
I mean, you did the right thing.
Hey, so I'm feeling threatened too. So is it all right for me to go get a knife?
This is why I asked you, if you use a knife in a
I
threatening
mean,
manner to somebody.
not that I don't have any kind of knives or whatever kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's not how I do things, man. I'm trying to get into a profession where you're gonna be dealing with these kinds of people.
What are you looking to do?
I'm trying to be a counselor. So
God bless you.
yeah.
It's because that's what you're going to be dealing with.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like
It's a tough situation, though, Bob. It's a tough situation.
I don't like being called Bob, if you don't mind.
Robert?
Yeah, just call me Robert. But I mean, like I say, I don't bother him. I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Well,
just
what would
trying
you
to.
suggest from a counselor's perspective? How would you suggest to deal with this?
Well, for one, I'm not getting paid for it yet, so I'm not gonna suggest a way on how to deal with it. Once I finish my studies,
I
then
think what's best is what I explained to you. If in the future you have an issue, call 911. Proper police show up. You don't like the way it's handled, call and ask for a supervisor that day. If there's no supervisor working, come in the next day and talk to either me or Lieutenant Kazupli, and we'll be able to better address the problem. Or if in the end you just feel that we're racist or we're not dealing right with the problem, ask for another law enforcement agency.
one, I mean, I'm trying to debate. Is it a race thing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So ask
I'm
for
not-
another department.
I could say that it is, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And it'll fall on deaf ears with me because I don't believe anything they're doing has anything to do with your race. So that's just the.
I guess that's just maybe how they deal with situations that deal with black people and other
No, I
races.
think that's how they deal with situations that deal with legalities. You know, I don't think it matters whether you're black, white, green, or red. I think what it matters is what the other person doing illegal, and if it's not, they're in a tough position.
Okay, well, am I doing something illegal or wrong that's causing your officers to, you know what I'm saying, not look at the situation?
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
I said, am I doing something wrong or something illegal that they might, that they might look at the situation different?
Doesn't appear so.
No, these are just questions that I'm asking because I have my concerns about the situations and how they're dealt with out
That's
here.
why I'm saying, if you're not, look, it's simple. If you're not happy with the way the situations are dealt with, it's like, if I don't like a particular type of beer, why am I going to keep drinking the same kind? If you don't like the way the Brockport Police Department is dealing with your situation, ask for another law enforcement agency.
Okay.
Seems reasonable, doesn't it?
I don't know how beer and law
I'm trying to
go
use an
together,
example
but,
for you.
you know,
Think about it. You'll get
I don't drink or smoke, so
Yeah.
I wouldn't,
Yeah.
that's
If
not
you
my
don't
thing.
like something, don't keep doing it. If you don't like the way the Brockport Police Department is dealing with situations, I would recommend asking the Sheriff's Department to respond, and I'll let my guys know you might do that.
Okay, is there a number for the sheriff's department I can get?
911.
Oh, and just ask for the sheriff's department?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a great day.
I'm fine, thank
Yep.
you.